got the rest of the DLC. Hopefully that is classic pack and everything. And the ongoing conflict in the Mojave Wasteland has kicked major manufacturing high gear. All major minor weapon
If you would like me, no arguments from me. Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay? Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
Okay, we're gonna try and sell this crap off. Which camera carry is probably the best choice for that. The boy there has a lot of caps. There's a long block inside. Caps. Actually, hold on. Let's try the gun runners first because they do have. They most likely have the ammo we're looking. Let's see if we can.
Welcome, sir, or
Caps. Yeah, they have 8,000 caps. Okay. Guys. The fuck? Guys. There's one of them. Come on. Okay, now.
Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
welcome, sir, or sir, or...
Oh, no, that's not what I want. Sell this one, this one. Cottonwood Cove. So we need to set our items. No need to use our brush gun yet. Yeah, we've sold everything still. Not sure why it seemed there. I've taken it. Okay, let's try and not fall off. Lock. There you go. Lock. There. Gentle slope. Accessible. What do you want?
Halt! What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider?
Let's see. Just a humble trader.
Very well, you may proceed. However, be warned. Aggressive acts against us will earn you a place on a cross. Awe, true to Caesar.
Going here.
best.
Yeah, look, Arcade, I know you want me to go on some sort of killing spree right now. We're doing recon, okay? Recon. Legion raid plans we've learned. See, look what we learned just by being a little friendly with them.
Awe. A profligate bearing the mark of Caesar. What is the world coming to? Cursor Lucullus is waiting for you with the barge at the docks. He will take you to the fort to speak with Caesar.
We're gonna reach fortification.
Cursor Lucullus is waiting for you at the docks. He'll take you to Caesar.
Let's see. Do you have anything worth stealing here? Because I'll totally steal it. Rognak the Barbarian. Which I will read right in front of you.
Awe, true to Caesar.
There's no. Okay, let's go. Not going to this house. It's just the mess hall, but you never know. Why did that have a hard lock on it? There's got to be something.
Awe, are you ready to head upriver?
I guess I'm ready.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat.
Wait a second. What's going on? Am I playing Virgil to your Dante? I'd like to assume that we're tiptoeing into the mouth of hell out of academic curiosity, but I'm not so open-minded that I've lost my brains.
Well, now I'm just kind of right on top. Just have to listen to him, figure out what he's up to, and get out.
Short of canceling our imminent travel plans, that's the best thing you could have said. Just be careful. If we travel at Caesar's pleasure, he may not let us out as easily as he lets us in.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also extends to the platinum chip you carry. For now. Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave.
I need to talk to you about something, if you have me. Any day now, Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past. How I might be able to help out.
What are you talking about?
I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually, someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro.
The Enclave, though.
A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. One of the reasons why we wound up out here.
Over to Navarro.
After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel.
Where are you going with all this?
The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make a difference in the fight against Caesar.
Say no more, I'll do it.
Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I could convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
Okay, that's the quest we wanted from you. Once we finish that quest, we can, then we can, continue on. Like Cass or something. Cass or, what's her name? The Brother of Steel. Forgetting.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Excuse me.
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word.
Show me how you sail. Who are you, anyway?
I haven't had the
Caesar?
pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lennius, his second in command, however. It was unpleasant.
Rescue 30.
Shoot.
You part of the Legion?
No, sir. I'm an independent trader from Arizona.
Is it dangerous to trade with the Legion?
Not at all. They're my best customers. As long as you don't try to sell them chems or alcohol, they treat you fair. Hell, I don't even need to travel with guards most of the time in Legion territory. All the bandits are dead or run off.
You ever trade with the NCR?
Between having to hire protection and getting slapped with taxes, it's more profitable to stick to Arizona and New Mexico. But I do cross the river from time to time when opportunity comes along.
What about the Legate?
He's the best the Legion has to offer. Or so the legionaries say. Brute of a man, wears a fancy metal mask in a battle. He killed one of my pack Brahmin simply because it was in his way. I knew better than to complain about it, though. Our way. True to Kaiser. Our way. True to Kaiser.
So you took our platinum ship, so we gotta get that back.
Outsiders are a rare sight at the fort. Step carefully around here and you might just leave alive. I'm Anthony, Master of the Hounds.
Where's the Legion get his dogs?
We breed them mostly, but sometimes we get some good ones from Denver. That whole city is overrun with them.
Train them?
Been doing it since I was a boy. The mongrels know to listen up when I start talking to them.
His dog.
Lupa. Yes, she's the mother of a lot of our best dogs. She's getting old, but she's still a tough old bitch. Aren't you, girl? Yeah.
How got Lannius?
It took years for Caesar to conquer Lanius' tribe, and Caesar showed mercy to the survivors, allowing them to join the Legion. Had the positions been reversed, Caesar would be dead. Lanius is called the Monster of the East because he never, ever shows mercy.
Yeah, he's kind of a gigantic man.
You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
Fine.
You must enter Caesar's... You must enter Caesar's...
Okay.
tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
Our way. True to Kaiser.
So yeah, in theory, we can kill Caesar here. But then the problem becomes getting out.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. All the bribes I sent to the Omertas ended up buying me nothing. The garrison I established at Nelson has been wiped out. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking? Maybe I should have you struck blind so my face is the last sight you ever behold. Look, you do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it. Then something happens to Mr. House's robot, some kind of military upgrade. But the topper, the coup de grace, Mr. House dies while you're visiting him at the Lucky 38. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
So just give me the platinum chip and I'll be on my way.
Oh, I'll give you the platinum chip, and then you'll use it exactly like I tell you to. The time is fast approaching when my Legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House erased from the picture. Not just the man you killed, but what he left behind. His legacy.
Yeah, he's gonna tell me he has spies. What do I have to do?
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are two steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip you were carrying. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
Inside?
I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Goodbye.
Okay.
What a load of Brahmin shit. Can you believe that guy?
Madman, what did you expect?
Well, yeah. Right. What did I expect? The man's a megalomaniac. He acts like this is some preordained cycle we're returning to. Of all the people who could learn from our past mistakes, he goes and throws all of our knowledge off a cliff. Instead of trying to learn from the past, he recreates it, runs back over the same old barren ground.
Our way.
Leap.
True to Kaiser.
Let's go. We are not going to demolish it. The bunker, though. Luckily, Caesar thinks he's smart, and he kind of is, but at the same time, he's kind of stupid. He just trusts us to go in there and destroy everything. It's like, else have footlockers I should be aware of?
What?
Nothing else. So where was the way out of here?
What a load of Brahmin!
Our way, true to Kaiser.
There's no reason to get us killed here, so... Not over some junk.
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite proud of them.
Oh wait, is it still in there? Okay, it is.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
No. I have to go to Cotton Cove. No, because it said it was this. It said it was in. I could get there from here.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Oh, it is right behind us. Is this building?
None made.
Caesar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him. Caesar has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Can that open this up? Radiation. Yes, man is gonna jump in. Contending. National security clearance. The Securitron army. Use later or destroy them. Well,
Move
we're gonna
along, please.
prepare for it.
Move along, please.
No, we're not doing that.
Move along, please.
So let's do another reactor. Where's this thing?
Move along, please.
Can we disable these? Mr. House. So, I don't know. Are we gonna have to fight our way out? Forget. No. Cool with what I just did. So let's.
You've carried out Caesar's will, but I must confiscate your equipment again.
return to Caesar.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. I've read Mr. House's obituary. Had a high opinion of himself, didn't he? With Mr. House out of the way, I can focus on smoothing out a few lingering complications elsewhere in the Mojave. First up are the boomers of Nellis Air Force Base. A tribe so reclusive, it lobs artillery shells at anyone who comes near their settlement. I want you to offer them an alliance with my Legion, and they...
Doesn't working for you.
Mark my words, you piece of shit. This is the last time you will ever refuse. If you meant what you said, you best be on your way, and at good speed. And if you ever disobey me again, I will order my Praetorians to hack you to death with their machetes for my entertainment.
Okay. So now we want to add up. So speech we can just get to 92. We could get barter up. That seems to be something that is holding us back. Decent amount. Again, we did want to get the energy weapons up to 60. So still get strong back. Still an option. On sniper, it's an option. Is also an option, but we need to repair up to 90 for that. Concentrated fire is vibrating. stacks with strong back, but after that's a level 30 perk. Let's see. Level 50. That requires bad karma. I might have bad karma, honestly, because of all the shit I steal. Guess we'll find out. This one requires good karma. Karma is reset. You put plus 10% damage, and for 100 points of karma, you gain 10 health. Okay, so can definitely take. Now that the level cap is 50, we could take lessons learned. For right now, we want sniper.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Lead the way.
Yeah, we're done here. Okay, good. My stuff. We're gonna try and make you freak out.
You're the one making a name for yourself among the troops, aren't you? What is it you need?
I'm wondering why you don't petition the cons for membership as a show of allegiance.
Join? Oh, no, I simply couldn't. That is, I'm not worthy of such an honor.
Surely a warrior in service of Glorious Caesar is equal to any tribe's host.
Of course I am. That is to say, Caesar has many fine warriors, and I wouldn't wish to compare them to the great Khans.
Because you know they come up lacking?
Enough! How dare you compare Caesar's finest to this tribe of savages? The mightiest great Khan is scarcely a match for a legion recruit. The burned man would leave their mightiest shitting themselves in terror. I would. That is...
Interesting opinion. I wonder what Papa Khan will say about this.
You motherless bastard. You'll pay for this.
Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp.
Free machete.
More of my advisors are starting to talk openly of breaking our alliance. I wonder where that idea is coming from.
There's Regis.
You're becoming quite the political... Papa can be a stub. If you...
How do do I convince Regis? Because he's the one that's left, isn't he? I mean, it's still pointing me down here. Let me see what it wants. Okay. Yeah, I can't. I did a few things out of order there, so I can't use that. I have to get a slave ledger from Caesar's. Stupid. Caesar's tent.
By order of Kai... I'll wait.
You here to fight in the arena? Then you're talking to the right man.
No. Particularly want to fight in the arena.
If you're injured, I might have healing powder to spare. What do you want to know?
How long have you been a slave?
3 years and counting. If I could just get across the river, I'd be free. Not that I'd try it. I've seen what happens when you get caught. We're property. If you're too young or too old, the men usually leave you alone. Usually. What about it? Do you have some advice?
You must enter Caesar's tent.
Guys, I need you to wait.
Okay.
Excuse me while I just get a slip by. Find some sort of ledger.
Alway, true to Caesar.
Our way, true to Caesar.
Morning.
Okay, where's Regis?
Morning.
Something else you wanted?
Here's that slave.
Let me see. My God, this is even worse than I thought. Okay, you have my support. I'll tell Papa the Alliance is a bad idea.
Morning.
All four of my most trusted advisors have told me we should break our alliance. Maybe I should hear you out after all. I've heard some things from my most trusted Khans. It makes me wonder whether this alliance is a good idea after all. But I want to leave a legacy of greatness when I die. My tribe deserves better than this, cowering in a canyon and living on scraps. Tell me then, if I don't join with Caesar's Legion, where will I find my tribe's lost glory?
Let's see. Claim your own glory.
Well spoken, traveler. Well spoken indeed. Perhaps it's time to find our own destiny, unburdened by the past. We'll begin readying the camp to move. As soon as Caesar makes his move, we'll depart. We will make ourselves strong again, and we shall conquer.
Sounds wise.
If you should ever retire wandering alone, seek us out. You might just have the makings of a great Khan yourselves.
Okay. So the great Khans are taken care of.
Hello.
Now there's this. Talk to the Enclave remnants. Once we've done that, then we can dismiss Arcade and get some other companions, like I said. But we have to get this part first.
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with it.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Arcade asked me to gather the former Enclave members.
I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it. Promising, but I won't be able to synthesize the drug anytime soon. I really should get back to my work.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed.
His work is what mattered to him.
Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone. but he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
Who's next? Jonah is outside of the pawn shop.
The same robots on the strip?
Sticking around for the attractions?
Arcade asked me to find you.
Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us?
You'll be the element of surprise.
Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro.
What about the old days?
I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know? I admit that some of the folks in charge were pretty ruthless. The rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base at Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants.
What happened?
Internal sabotage took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region. I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno were my heavy hitters. Henry handled tech things, and Whitman flew the chopper. Johnson and Moreno never got along, and I had my hands full keeping those two apart some days. It was a difference in philosophy, mostly. Mercy was not part of Moreno's vocabulary.
See one or
Okay, so there's one. Here, I believe it's Moreno.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave, or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him.
Loyal to you, too.
Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
My weapons are back to not being. Suppose we can make that our emergency weapon. I know we're not in armor, but we're going to talk to Moreno, and I think it requires some convincing, so... Sharecroppers. Yeah, we want it this way. I found the sharecroppers. Wish we did the mission that was here already, so... Stumbled upon that one.
Ugh, looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving.
Arcade and I were looking for you, gathering the remnants.
In a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries?
Let's see. Have advanced level of tech would be useful in settling things between the NCR and the Legion.
Is that right? The million-dollar question is, who exactly are we settling?
I haven't decided.
You haven't decided. Well, this is just getting better every second, isn't it?
Do you have a preference?
I wouldn't mind cutting down a few platoons of NCR troopers with my old Gatling laser.
You come to this thing
I'll
or what?
come. But depending on the plan, I might not be staying. Keep that in mind. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is remember.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left.
That's part of who he is.
I suppose you're right. When you're part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
Okay, and then there's one there.
Here we go.
I don't think we have to convince them to come. So let's just... headed the right way now. Cannibal Johnson's cave. The fuck was that?
Well, it's about damn time. What took you... Oh,
You're expecting someone else?
I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up to collect. He's just mocking me now.
You sound like you're eager to die.
There's a twitch in my trigger finger. I've lost my eagle eyes, and the other day I could have sworn I heard Sergeant Dornan chewing me out. I'm old, and I'm starting to feel it. It's not pleasant, especially when you know your mind's slipping away. And we all gotta go sometime. But I was hoping for something a little more heroic.
Sergeant Dornan.
He was a drill instructor I knew. He was also the meanest bastard I've ever known. Once he caught this private out of uniform, and old Dornan went off on the most ear-blistering rant known to man. It was inspiring.
Tell me about yourself.
What do you want to know?
So, are you a cannibal?
I'm not saying. It's part of my mystique, after all.
Sounds like there's an interesting story behind
The
it.
truth of it is that I did cut out a raider's heart, but only took a bite to mess with his buddies. They had me surrounded, and I went with the first thing that came to mind. Some ran, and the rest were startled just long enough.
What about
Sure
yourself?
do. Had a wife for a while. Tribal girl. Really pretty eyes. But she's been gone a long time now.
You served in the military?
Yeah. It was a long time ago. Things were better back then.
Oh, I'm here for the whole
Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then?
Thinks your experience in technology will help resolve the conflict.
Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew.
You don't have to be your father.
I grew up without him. I'll always feel like something's missing from my life, but you're right. It's not like I'm the only kid in the wasteland who's grown up without a dad. Johnson always said my father was a good man. If that's the only thing about me that's like him, that's enough for me.
Thinking more Footlocker. Can you not look at me for a minute? Off my light. We met her. She was the pilot. Yawn. Which one is she in? She was upstairs.
Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was me. You're welcome.
Your travels been going all right?
Arcade asked me to find you.
Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear.
There, we've accomplished a little bit. I think it's
Since
time
my
for me to
mother
go back
died,
to bed.
Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded.
Why shouldn't she enjoy it?
As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
So let's go to our favorite doctor. Get our rads taken out. What if we can tell them we met the people in the vault? Who's from?
How are you holding up? Suit yourself.
Go to the bunker. Let's get in there and save. Your old friends remember Navarro. Okay, I think we're gonna save it there. So, next time on Fallout New Vegas. We will, work on getting these guys together. So, as usual, this is John Crane signing out.